Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, whatever it is in your world. Welcome to Maggie Chats Books, and this is my June TBR. Although it's not officially summer until June 20th, we have hit 90 degrees already in South Texas, or what is that, 32 Celsius? So it already feels like summer here, so I figured that was a good reason to pull out the books that I've been saving for summer. And what I wanted to do this summer is to focus on the classics I haven't read. I have a tendency to read classics that I like over and over, Jane Austen, Charles Dickens, that kind of thing, over and over again, but I haven't tried any new ones in quite a while, so that's what my goal is for June. So let's get started. My first book is A Study in Scarlet by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. It is the first book in the Sherlock Holmes series. I have never read Sherlock Holmes. If you watch my my April haul, this was in there, and I've gotten the first two books. I'm going to try this one. It's a real quick read. I don't know anything about it except I think this is where he meets Dr. Watson, so that'll be interesting, and I'll give it a go and see if I want to continue reading the series. I do like Charles Dickens, but I have never read A Tale of Two Cities, so I'm going to read that as well. A Tale of Two Cities, from what I understand, takes place during the French Revolution, or just after the French Revolution. A man gets out of Bastille and goes to England. The two cities are Paris and London. So that's pretty much all I know about this book. But I enjoy Charles Dickens, so I think it's going to be a good read. Another author that I believe I read in school, I don't recall, is Oscar Wilde, and this is The Happy Prince. This book contains other stories. It's a really nice book, but I'm going to focus on The Happy Prince. I saw a excerpt on this book that it's really not as well known as some of his others, but it's quite good. The print, the font in this is huge. If you can see it, I'm not sure if you can see it. It might be too bright, but it's huge, and it's only like 70 pages, this story. So this will be a quick summer read. The next book is Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. Why can't I say that word? Daphne du Maurier. Anyway, everybody knows who she is, I hope. But I got this volume a long time ago. It is absolutely gorgeous. It has beautiful end papers, gold on the edges, very nicely bound, but I have never read Rebecca. I've seen the movie with Laurence Olivier, and I can't remember the lady's name that's in it, but I quite like the movie. I've always wanted to read the book. I've heard nothing but great things about it. In fact, this is listed as a lot of booktubers' favorite book, so I'm going to read this one finally, and looking forward to this one. The next classic I want to read is The Tenant of Wildfell Hall by Anne Bronte. I don't know that I've ever read anything by Anne Bronte before. I've read the Bronte sisters, but not just her individually. I don't know anything about this book, but I gotta say it's gorgeous. Another gorgeous volume. This one I think I got from Barnes & Noble, and I just think it's beautiful. It has like ferns on it, blue with green, very nice pages. Anyway, I'm looking forward to reading this and just holding it because it's so pretty. But we'll see how this one is. I don't know anything about it, so a new one for me. So that's all the classics I want to read in June. I am branching out to try different kinds of books. So this is Persepolis, and this book is an autobiography, female autobiography, which I like to read, and it's about the author's life in Iran growing up. The cool thing about this is it's written as a almost comic book, and the graphics are just amazing, and it's hard not to start reading this now. I have read probably the first 10 or so pages, and it's really cleverly done. It's a super fast read so far, so I think it's going to be one that I will enjoy, and really anxious to read this one. I love female autobiographies, and I haven't read much at all nonfiction about a childhood in Iran, so I'm looking forward to reading this one. I'm looking forward to a lot of books, as you can tell, because I keep saying looking forward to. but I am looking forward to reading this book. And the last book I have on my TBR list is the Bookshop book by Campbell. I've been wanting to read this since I first heard about it. I finally got it in April. I did read the first chapter and it was so good. It's my kind of book. It has to do with bookshops, but it's all over, I think, England or Great Britain. I know she goes to another, first one is in Scotland. So really, really good. I love reading about travel. I love reading about books, and so this is just perfect. I have read Jen's other book called Weird Things Customers Say in Bookshops, and it was more excerpts from what customers say, and I reviewed that in one of my first videos. So I like her writing style. I really enjoyed the first chapter of this book. So like I said with the other ones, I'm looking forward to reading this book. So that's all for my June TBR. I'm going to try to make it through those books and may stick another one or two in. I got a couple of short story books that I really want to start getting into. It's nice to just read one, put it away, and read another one. So we'll try to see how that goes. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like, subscribe. I'm putting out videos once a week. Thank you for watching. Bye.